I think he's a really cool dude. I'd be friends with Sonic the Hedgehog.
Like, you mean like his franchise or like in Ultimate?
No. Like, we're tight. We're tight.
Why don't you play Sonic then in Ultimate?
No, we're not like that. We're not like that.
So you're not that close.
No, we're not roommates.
Okay.
Anyways, moving on, we got PS2, and like we were saying here with these grenade eggs coming out and Sonic running at you, this is exactly what we were expecting to start off in this set. Alright, yeah. With these grenades and Sonic spin dashing around, this is incredible gameplay.
I mean, yeah, this is kind of like how it is for the game right now. Woulphy being able to slowly find those entry points. However, Fair actually lapping up percentage right now, 90% on Woulphy. This is a pretty good lead right now, being able to let trap just a little bit. The Wonder Wing a little too greedy on the offense there. However, going to be able to reset back to neutral here.
Yeah, unfortunately, that grenade egg did not send into the Wonder Wing at ledge.
Yeah.
But there has been a ton of percent being put on Woulphy that I just was not, registering in my head as all this was happening. I mean, Fair hasn't even taken that much percent himself, and it's just not using his resources as much with the Wonder Wings. So having those at such an early percent is huge for you.
Yeah, going to be able to use another Wonder Wing for recovery here for Fair. Now we find them both on the right side of the stage here, unable to really get full control of stage here, as we see Woulphy just traversing around with a spin dash, slowly kind of just, again, teasing his opponent, like, where am I going to go? Where am I going to land? Am I going to hit you? Am I not going to hit you? That's like the trickiest part about Sonic, is like you just really don't know what he's going to do.
Yeah, he's really trying to look for a lot of these spin charges and spin dashes to get this extra percent to around kill percent. It's been made up the deficit from before. A great tech out of the grenade egg and not getting caught on that down tilt at ledge. But Fair is looking to close out a kill, having the opportunity to find a kill here with some attack.
Yeah, now Woulphy also matching up slowly to the percentage here, as we see 110 on Fair, getting that in there, but a little weak, so not going to get the final blow on this stock here, but the back air will take it now from Woulphy.
It's so weird seeing Nair not kill like that, even though it looks very similar to Pit and Dark Pit's Nair, which can kill. So I don't know why Banjo got the short end of the stick with that angle that it sends that.
This is DLC, by the way.
Yeah, still finding the kill is huge for Fair, but if he can find a little bit more percent, that would be ideal. Woulphy shutting that down immediately with 17% only taken. This is very good for him. There has been a bit of slobber knocking back and forth between these characters, with Woulphy getting big percent here at 50 and continuing to climb now that he's entering a spin dash.
Yeah, Fair looking to put a stop to it, though, as we see the eggs and grenades come out once again. It's a very good tool for interrupting, and we see Fair taking full advantage of that as we see another approach, but again, Woulphy being able to get Fair off of his back.
Yeah, definitely, but this corner pressure is a little bit much for Fair. I don't know how much Banjo struggles to get back on stage. There are other characters that I know of that do have that issue, but even if you don't, Sonic's speed will allow you to just cover a lot of stage options trying to come back, and that's where Woulphy's been getting a lot of his percent in damage.
Yeah, unable to find anything else to get this stock off of Woulphy here. Fair playing it safe, resorting to center here, playing patient, again, using his projectiles to his extent here. Again, no need to really approach here when you're up.
No, not quite. Not getting a kill with that forward air, but a little bit more percent or rage will absolutely do it. But he will be the option, gnashing out of the down smash. Fair not finding the kill there. Fair definitely wants to stay ahead in the amount of stocks, because if Woulphy gets that lead, he's going to have to unsafely approach. So we don't want that to happen.
Yeah, and that's going to be so drastic for Fair, but finally going to be able to land that 1-2 sweet combo for Fair, putting him just a little bit into the driver's seat again. Still that high stake, high percentage here, so it is going to be scary territory. As we know, Woulphy's capable of killing in a very hopeful Wonder Wing, but not going to land it.
Yeah, they haven't been connecting, but that double grenade had made it look like it could have. And Wonder Wing doing a decent bit of percent. I think it does around like 18 to 20%. It's going to be a pretty great way for Fair to put on damage, even if it doesn't kill. Yeah, big Nair. That would have killed on Pit and Dark Pit, for sure.
we're doing a little more chip damage right now on Fair's end as we're nearing that max rage percent here, 146 with one Wonder Wing left. Gotta make it count. However, Woulphy is on the prowl right now, looking to take this stock sooner rather than later, as he is on his last stock as well. So Fair has got to make this count.
Definitely. That's out of Wonder Wings here, but you still have 5 more with your second stock, and you might not even need them, as Fair is looking to close this out, both of them trading blows on their shield, getting a little bit too aggressive with a homing attack. Woulphy had 104 and missing his double jump and dying because of spin charge.
Yeah, unfortunate way to go out, but however, Fair going to be taking it game 1, and again, we saw a lot of Fair being able to tank so much damage, living to high percents like that, 160, being able to, you know, keep his mental fortitude, have the patience and whatnot, being able to play around the eggs and grenades, knowing when to back off. So great gameplay from Fair, and, you know, with Woulphy being aggro, might not be the key. Gotta maybe slow it down just a little bit.
It could be that. I mean, Banjo, character you don't expect to be that heavy to survive these attacks, and like, that's just been the deficit for Woulphy. He's been able to get some early kills, potentially going out further, but Fair, if he's able to DI right, especially on a stage like PS2 that has, like, you know, larger blast zones, it's going to help him survive so much more, and with the extra space to just play around with, it's just working out in his favor.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, big back throw grenade forward air, just doing like 50% almost. That's huge damage for Fair. And these grenade eggs are just the key to all this Banjo gameplay. Spin charge having the invulnerability through Wonder Wing, which actually should have invulnerability. It does not make any sense.
No, this character does not make sense. This game is unfinished. Like,
I hate Sonic the Hedgehog.
I said you loved it.
It's a strained relationship, you know.
Is it a love-hate relationship?
It's complicated. We're you know, I had to change my Facebook profile picture or my relationship status.
Yeah.
It's getting a little bit dire, but I mean, this damage keeps going from Fair. 40% difference. Here comes some blue egg combos. Not finding anything though.
Yeah, nothing too crucial here for either or player right now. Unable to get a grab, unable to find an opening. However, Woulphy going to be landing that Fair Wonder Ring once again to retreat to safety. Another back air for your troubles, and Woulphy still unable to close it out. That back air looks like it should have hit, but it didn't.
Yeah, not quite. It's so scary, just barely jumping out of the way of a Wonder Wing. Fair just trying to punish an aggressive Woulphy with that up tilt. Not finding the kill there, but these spin charges back and forth against PS2, hoping to get one hit that combos into a forward air. Woulphy still trying to find his way back on stage. Bouncing off the stage from the homing attack, finding his way back.
Yeah, and Fair is still putting on the pressure here, knowing that Woulphy is getting desperate and looking to just kind of get around the stage, get away from Fair as much as possible, knowing that Fair wants to look for this stock here. And yeah, look at this, it's sitting at such a high percentage. Once again, Fair not able to close it out.
No, not quite. Great parry, not finding the grab though. Fair and Woulphy are going back and forth. We are 3 minutes almost into this game without the kill happening. Commentators curse. It's going to be Fair getting the first kill with a huge Fair.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing finally a little bit of a lead here. However, it's still murky waters for Fair as he has one Wonder Wing left and going to be dying to
that neutral air. I
call it
it doesn't have a name, but I just call it the Insta Shield just because I'm a Sonic 3 fan.
Okay.
But I mean, that's still, you know, you have to take those wins where it happens with that attack, especially the Nair being that close up to the blast zone. But 50-60%, Fair has been putting on more and more damage, and Woulphy has to find an answer for these grenade eggs. I don't know what the option is for Sonic since he doesn't have that many disjoints besides, you know, the invulnerability of spin charge. Or spin dash, excuse me. Why are they mixed up like that? I keep thinking down B is spin dash.
Who knows?
I hate Sonic the Hedgehog, but
However, we are seeing still signs of life from Woulphy trying to stay in the game here. We see a couple Fairs landing grabs as well, but again, it's just all chip damage amounting to the percentage. Fair is still at a healthy state right now, looking to take this Woulphy stock with a Wonder Wing. However, now you're burnt out of them. You gotta follow up a little bit more close combat here. However, Woulphy looking to fight back right now. Yeah,
you unlock Fair's secret weapon when Banjo doesn't have any Wonder Wings, and that is get up attack on command. It's not good, but it's still an option. Woulphy, now without dealing with Wonder Wing, has a lot less to worry about, but still is playing that patient game, knowing when he has to strike and not, you know, getting too aggressive. You see right here, it's getting very intense. We're seeing Fair use that grenade egg as much as he can because he does not have access to Wonder Wing currently, knowing that if he loses that lead, it's going to be an uphill battle during this game too. It's going to be Woulphy with another forward air not finding the mark.
Yeah, slowly creeping up in percentage here. Woulphy is looking to make this close and turn it around in his favor here. We see the spin charges and the spin dashes coming out to play and landing the fair, but again, it's not strong enough to take stock just yet, but that one will do it for Woulphy.
With Fair losing one of his 2 jumps in the air and not having access to Wonder Wing, Woulphy knew that he could push and not have to worry about Fair getting back. And look at this. After this one stock was taken 65%, having to use a Wonder Wing, Woulphy opened up the gates.
Yeah, definitely channeling in that energy right now, knowing what to do moving forward. Something clicked with him, and we're seeing a completely different Sonic here, much more strategic and planned out. And Fair struggling again just to get that last hit for the second stock right now. Woulphy fully in the driver's seat.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he is just not faced by anything. Look at this. Once again, going deep, just putting more pressure on Fair and making him waste the Wonder Wings on recoveries and not for an offensive use.
Yeah, and Fair, again, just unable to really find that last hitting move where it really matters to be able to catch up to Woulphy. But again, when you've got this last stock and you're at 130, you've got so much on the line here, but the backer will not close it out. That is one tanky
Bear and Bird, but these 4 of these Wonder Wings have been taken out just for recovery usage, and Fair doesn't want to use them like that. And Woulphy is just going back and forth. You know the vibes. He's just going to spin charge at the edge of the stage. He has nothing to worry about. With 1 minute left on the clock, this game 2 could potentially go to time if Fair does not find an answer here. I hate spin dash so much. That is so tilting, and I'm pretty sure Fair is not happy about that. Losing all of his Wonder Wings, 50 seconds. I think it's curtains. Yep, one homing attack combo will send the grenade egg to help him. Oh, no.
Fair barely hanging on to the stock, 204%. Landing a back air and a grenade, excuse me. But again, chasing down Woulphy is so dramatic, but being able to barely land that up smash on the platform, how does Fair still stay in this game?
He doesn't.
You know, he probably doesn't, but we'll see.
I don't think he does. I mean, we got 15 seconds left on the clock. Fair needs to find an answer to make a 202% change. 201% change. We are moving in the right direction. However, I don't think it's going to be enough. Say it with me, folks. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're moving on to game 3.
Game time.
No,
Never mind.
wrong line. Cut the cameras.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna be evening up now. The set count here, or excuse me, game count here now, 1-1. Seeing a more drastic change from Woulphy and being able to figure out Fair a lot more now, making sense of it all and being able to figure out around the projectiles, being a more strategic. As I mentioned earlier, it seemed like Woulphy.
Yeah, Woulphy.
Yeah,
Woulphy come perish.
No, yeah.
Woulphy come perish. You know, looking at the time right here, it's 5:44 at our local time. With the amount of time that we'd have in between time for menus, we could be seeing 2 timeouts perfectly for 14 minutes and 2 minutes on the menu to exactly end at 6 p.m., which is what we're scheduled for.
I think
so
we
you know,
still have the other losers
so I think Woulphy has the script here. It's just moving forward, and Fair actually wants to rewrite history. And we'll see what happens game 3 on PS2.
Yeah, Fair looking to change the script here as much as possible here, getting a couple of nairs in. And again, like, Woulphy just not falling victim to those grenades and eggs anymore. Projectiles are not landing for Fair. Nothing's working in his favor. Woulphy much more composed.
Yeah, definitely composed and making sure that these Wonder Wings are wasted for these recovery opportunities. We have some people cheering for Fair in the crowd as they want to see their low-tier hero make it further in bracket against the big, scary Hedgehog, but this is actually just Animal Planet, I just realized. Like,
we got a hedgehog, we got a bear, and a bird.
Yeah, this is Discovery Channel. Like, These two are just fighting, and we have the whole crowd watching from their homes. It's going to be the raw back air that's going to be taking it out. It sounded like an Australian accent. The raw back air.
Woulphy a little bit into trouble right now. 115 Fair doing an excellent job hugging that ledge there, being able to find the smallest back airs. Nothing too crucial there to get the first stock. However, going to be chasing down Woulphy now. Has a plan in his mind. He's like, I want this stock gone. I need you gone. Let's just like reset right now.
Yeah, it just depends on if he's going to find that kill, though. We did see Woulphy drive himself into an up smash last game after, like, I don't know, 30 spin dashes. Ooh. But it will be the untechable Wonderwing actually getting a kill for once.
Yes. The one Wonder Wing coming out to play, and we're going to see Fair hopefully get back to stage here. Got some tools to mess around with, burning 2 Wonder Wings. Not the best position, however, you're playing against Woulphy on the ledge here. You really got to be safe and patient. But again, if Woulphy's just not giving Fair the space to breathe whatsoever.
No, not quite. Woulphy did lose stage control here against Fair, but there was so much percent taken and Wonder Wings wasted on Fair's end, using another one. Two Wonder Wings left. Big damage, and there is no grenade egg. I thought that Fair was hanging onto one, not quite, losing that Wonder Wing as well.
Yeah, it's not even going to matter, though, because, again, Woulphy finding another back air. It's definitely been the MVP of the match here, and Fair going to be sent down to his last stock. Going to be having a clean slate now, more Wonder Wings, so we'll see if he's able to be a little more frugal, more patient with them with a crucial moment.
Yeah, we'll see. It just all depends on, like you said, you know, it has to be the right moment. You know, Woulphy has been doing a great job at making those Wonder Wings not be used, but you never know. It could just be the one deciding factor that pushes Fair ahead in this game. It's a lot of back and forth, but there is a lot more gameplay going on this game compared to the last one. I do not think we'll be going to time this time, so something's in the water with the scheduling.
Fair just unable to really land a hit right now, hoping for the best through a projectile or a Wonder Wing. However, we're going to see the down smash. No, kill screen, but not going to take the stock. The DI here from Fair poking through, back throw.
Yeah, you really had to hit that, you know, just you wanted to show off, but it will be the back air, not doing it either. Just a little bit more percent. One Wonder Wing Angel is out for Banjo and Kazooie. Can Fair survive the onslaught of Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yeah, a Wonder Wing and a Dream here on 125% for Fair, unable to land a grab and unable to really contest right now. That's going to be the last Wonder Wing burnt out. No grab again. This is looking tough right now for Fair to really get through right now.
Big parry, and what's the option? It will be the down throw up tilt, the old Snake Reliable, except you paid $5.99 for it instead. No big punch coming out from Sonic here. Woulphy now has no Wonder Wings to worry about, as well as a ton of extra percent and 2:30 left on the clock.
Yeah, Woulphy can definitely take his time here if he chooses to, honestly. Doesn't really need to approach. However, I mean, if I were him, I would like to end as fast as possible. As you see the spring, and Fair unable to get back to the ledge there.
Yeah, getting the tech off that grenade egg. Woulphy using the spin dash to position himself with a back air instead of into the stage so that Fair couldn't tech it if they did hit. Just a lot of checkmate right there that Woulphy was aware of, and pushing it to a game 4, 2-1 in his favor, 1 game away from facing a Tata in losers semis. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people want to see that Banjo move on, and I know that Fair has a lot of fans here. He does have a point on the board, so it is still possible, but Woulphy does want that spot badly using Sonic, and we'll see it here on PS2 once again.
Seeing the energy slowly come through right now from Fair. Maybe you're just needing a little bit of a breather and, you know, just being like, you know what, we'll just go next. And maybe this time around, I'll have more pressure and ready to face off Woulphy here, as we see, you know, being able to have more percentage built up here, being able to match up to Woulphy's energy here. So we'll see if Fair could turn this around.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. He's got a good lead going on right now, 40%. Forcing Woulphy to be the one that's the aggressor. If he's able to find out how he can cover these entrances from Woulphy, he could take this game. It just all depends. A big punish from that missed homing attack. It will be dash attack, but getting extra damage is all that matters here. These first kills, Wonder Wing, one gone.
Yeah, not going to be able to land that fair spike. Would have been crucial for fair at such an early percentage as well. Would have been able to have an advantage point. However, Woulphy is out for blood right now. Not going to let it slide, however, and looking to still keep on that ledge pressure, but fair going to be able to get the 1-2 there. Very nice.
Woulphy didn't mash out of that down throw knowing that fair has been going for that up tilt out of, oh no, missed tech. But like, he's been mashing out of that down throw, but Woulphy waited a little bit too long on it. But it's back at even. That's not good for fair because he needs to keep that lead alive, and that's so many Wonder Wings that you just lost out on.
Yeah, the lead is the most crucial thing right now for fair, and the only way we can really see this going to a game 5 right now, because if Woulphy runs free and really does not contest fair, there's no need to really be worried.
Yeah, Woulphy taking the lead in this just barely. It's not at the point where Woulphy will be playing his game of you know the vibes, but it could be soon. Fair knows this and has to keep it as close as possible to keep Woulphy away from entering that painful mode. See right here, it might be the start of it. A deep forward air will be closing out the stock for Woulphy, and Fair on his tournament stock potentially having to deal with less Wonder Wings as Woulphy looks to close this out and continue on.
Yeah, no Wonder Wing going to be able to go through and poke through. Woulphy going to be optimizing for the spring. Once again, trying to look for an early stock. However, he's going to optimize for a lot of more aerials here. They're both going to go opposite ways. Hello.
That's very unfortunate, seeing that Wonder Wing used again. There's another one that hit. Fair is doing what he needs to. 2 Wonder Wings and a Dream as Woulphy wants to close this out and get out of Banjo-Kazooie Discovery Network hell. Just, oof. It's rough out here for the 2 of these animals.
Yeah, Fair, though, being able to bring this back so much, and all it was one Wonder Ring and the right timing there to catch Woulphy slacking. However, Woulphy is not done with all these spin dashes and spin charges, and Fair throwing out another Wonder Wing to match up the percentages now. We've got an even game.
I hear boss music as we have the 1 Wonder Ring Angel right here. The final one potentially for Fair as he's at even and takes the lead once again against Woulphy. This might go to a game 5, folks.
We'll see. The pressure is really on here. Woulphy unsure how to approach. You're going to be doing the spin dashes again for a little bit of a mix, a little bit of a mental game here. Again, Fair going to be sticking with it. Dash attack, good option there, being able to keep Woulphy at pressure, and we've got more eggs and grenades on the prowl. However, it's just one wrong move, and one of these could falter to the last stock.
These rolls back and forth, big rolls, and that's going to be a huge forward air. We are going to a game 5. Fair hangs on with such a huge turnout for that game 4. This is hot. This is a very hot set. This is our second game 5 set of this top 8, I'm pretty sure. And I don't know, these have been really good so far.
Yeah, a lot of more stamina left in Fair, as we've seen, bringing it now to a game 5, not faltering to any of Woulphy's tactics here. And yeah, it's going to be a brutal one now that we have a game 5. This is going to be the very stressful moment here, that who is going to peek through and able to make it out to contest Atata and losers.
Yes, and it's going to be very close as we are 7 minutes away from 6 p.m., meaning that we are on schedule for a potential final timeout on who's going to make it to that winner or loser semifinals. It all just depends. We're seeing right here Fair taking a little bit of early percent here with some big combos. You know, 40, that's all you need. You want to stay ahead as much as you can, and Woulphy knows that.
Yeah, not going to be able to fall for any more tricks of Woulphy there with a spin dash and spin charges as well. It's a good tactic as well, being able to parry, but no grabs are poking through right now. Doesn't really need to put too much pressure on, so just being able to keep his distance here with the projectiles is a safe play for Fair.
And not quite, just being sure to pick his battles nice and easy, because he knows that if he overextends or uses any of his resources, he could be dead for it. Woulphy has been shown to go deep on these edge guards, and Fair knows this, being ready for it at any moment. And Woulphy has become very well adjusted to these grenade eggs constantly coming out all set.
Yeah, being more aware of cautious of the entire stage as well is so important. You gotta know where you're landing, where you're going. lot of it could mislead to a lost stock. And however, Fair is still keeping his distance, and especially like recovering high or optimizing for the platforms is such a smart choice. And we see another stock taken there by Fair with the taunt.
Oh man, he got the jiggy with that too. He had that full like checkmate out of that forward air dodge, just covering straight with that grab into the up tilt, the bread and butter that has been getting quite a few of these stocks in this set. Fair is keeping that momentum and strength alive moving forward in this bracket at the works. I don't like how little percent is going on with the extra credit though. I mean, Woulphy's not taking too much, and he knows that he needs to take this lead back immediately against Fair.
Yeah, and Woulphy's doing just that, looking for the spring, and the Fair's another backer, but not going to be able to land anything. So resorting back to the corners here, trying to trap in Fair, teasing him and taunting him into that stage over there, and going to be getting to Fair, but again, it's not the sweetest spot. So Fair going to be being able to make it back with another Wonder Wing.
Yeah, 2 Wonder Wings left on the stock, I'm pretty sure, but this has been a decent amount of extra credit that Fair needs, but obviously he wants more. With playing playing against a character like Sonic as a top tier, you need all the extra credit you can get. Huge grenade egg into the Fair. Right, Woulphy really wants to find this opening. Fair is playing the air camping game, and a raw Wonder Wing. Fair is looking to close this out after the jaws of death were on him.
Yeah, once again, Banjo is very tanky, being able to take that stock with 136%. The Wonder Wing, so much pressure and rage from that Wonder Wing, and being able to close it out. Woulphy finally finds the first stock with a Fair here. However, sitting at 52%, really going to have to fight back on this one.
Yeah, Woulphy's really putting his foot on the gas for this last stock here, but he's taking a lot of percent. He knows that he has to close out these stocks, but by holding forward, Fair might be in a little bit of a situation off stage.
However, we do have a clean slate now of Wonder Wing, so we got 3 more because of that fresh stock here, so Fair has a little bit of time, can be patient here, lands another one, and upping the ante right now by adding more percentage, and Fair looking to really close this out.
Yeah, he's been fixing his average of hit Wonder Wings all in this one game. We've seen like 3 or 4 connect all at once against Woulphy. This could be it, that grab almost securing something.
And that Wonder Wing barely gonna miss there from Fair, and now looking to recover. No more Wonder Wings out of it. The F smash is gonna do it for Woulphy. This is it.
Okay, Woulphy can play the long game here, even though he's behind on that percent, but Fair wants to close it out. We have 3 minutes left on the clock. It's not out of the woods for the timeout, but it all depends on how these players want to play this game. Everything's so tense. They want that loser semifinal spot. It's just so intense here. Fair has the lead, though.
Yeah, optimizing for the dash attack, not going to get anything. However, Woulphy is turning it up here with these aerials, getting some momentum going, and Fair looking to fight back. No grenades, dash attack will land. 139 on Woulphy.
Oh, but missing the grenade egg and giving up stage for Woulphy. It will be the down tilt that will not close it out. Just barely. Homing attack saving Woulphy. This is very intense. This is looking like a last stock, last hit situation in Game 5.
Yeah, both players getting really desperate for this last hit. Woulphy really making it to last. Homing attack into back air, looking to close it out. 3 more Wonder Wings left for Fair here, but the dash attack will take it.
Wow, the forward smash was about to come out, but the Baron Bird rolled through and close out with the 5. Or the 3 stock, or no, the 3-2.
you
Game 5, my brain is mush after that. Wow.
Yeah, that was a very high, intense set for us as well, especially in this top 8 territory. I mean, nonetheless, Banjo.
Banjo at top 4, Banjo Nest.